What's up, gamers? Good morning. Good morning, gamers. How are we doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Neo. What's up, Leo? Hello, gamers. Back at it, yes, sir. In fact, let's get back to it. Let's waste no time today. Let's not sit here doing a bit of yapping. No time wasted. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna be able to stream a full 3 hours today. I'm gonna be going till like 11 my time, so 2 hours and 20 minutes, a little bit less. So I say we waste no time and we get right into the hunting. We find Jirachi first encounter and I immediately end stream. I give you a reaction, I pop off, I say no freaking way, and then I immediately end stream. This is the shortest stream of a lifetime, less than 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. I'll see y'all next time. Imagine though. Just sit there and think about it for a second. Think about if it had happened. That would have been sick. Quite the stream. The 2-minute stream, rare. Very rare. How you doing? What's up, Frisbee Leo? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the stream. Today we're going to be hunting more Jirachi. I'll probably get to... Ooh... I don't think I'll get to 50. No, I'll get to 5,500. I think I'll get to maybe 5,550. Well, 3 hours. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much I can get to. We'll see how much I can get to today. I know my streams have been super inconsistent, but I'm hoping now that like the world record submission is done and I have some stuff I got to catch up on. Like I got to get taxes done. Ew. I'm hoping that I will be able to stream more consistently back to my 4-day-a-week schedule. I'm hoping that's where we get back to. Today's the day, Neo. Lock in, bro. I hope you're right. I really do. I don't really want this hunt going that long, if I'm being honest. I'm really hoping this hunt gives me a break sometime soon because I want to get Manaphy done. I want to finish this Dex. Here's the deal. If Jirachi and Manaphy show up if Jirachi shows up soon and Manaphy shows up under odds, the living dex could be done before the end of April. Like we could be less than a month away from finishing this dex, but we could also be over a year away from finishing this dex. That's the scary part of this. The scary part is like we could be really close or really far, and I have no idea. I have no clue. So, I guess it's all up to fate. We're going to let the fate decide. Because all I can do is sit here and press the buttons and hope that something changes. And more often than not, it doesn't. It all changes and yet it stays the same. Deep quote from NeoHere on a Saturday morning. That's big. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I just want Jirachi to be done, and then Manaphy can come next, and we'll go from there. Honestly, I'm more worried about the setup for Manaphy than I am the hunt for it. I think the setup's just going to take a while, and I'm not looking forward to that. Man, I gotta say, starting a stream with a really quiet song right after the intro song is not the move. Let's move on here. I need something a little bit hyper. You can't give me something that quiet to start after my intro song. It's like nothing's going on, dude. Pick it up. So anyways, my main goal with Jirachi is I just want it before odds at this rate. I've bargained with myself. I've been through the bargaining phase. You know, I've been through denial. Anger's maybe setting a little bit. Now I'm in the bargaining phase. I'm in the bargaining phase of like, hey, I said before 5,000, before 6,000. And now I'm just like, you know what? Before odds would be great. And as soon as we go over odds, I'm going to get depressed for about probably a month as we continue to hunt. And then I will hit acceptance at some point of like, well, you know what? This is just going to be a while. I'm going through the Dabda as I do with almost all of my hunts, except it's starting really soon this time. It's starting before I even reach odds this time. The coping is setting in. But maybe if I keep bargaining, you never know. If I keep bargaining, maybe it'll listen. Maybe Jirachi will listen and say, you know what? You're right, Landon. I'm sorry. I should have showed up way earlier than this, and I should have. Botrix or Crowley joined the channel. Didn't ask, bro. I should get rid of that thing, but I also really like just saying didn't ask every time it says it. It feels like a good bonding moment for us in chat to like just make fun of, have a bot to make fun of, you know? We have Nightbot that makes fun of us, and then we have Botrix, the bot that we make fun of. I feel like that would be, I feel like that's a solid choice. Let's keep it so that we can continue to make fun of it. It's like a bonding moment for chat and I, where we all make fun of silly Botrix. Do, 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 do. So we'll see with Jirachi. It's all up in the air. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it'll be soon. I'm hoping it'll be soon, but every week is a new week just to see if I'm disappointed in myself. This is the last shiny that I need from the Game Boy games, though. I need no other shinies from the Game Boy games after this. In fact, I'll probably finish my Heart Gold so I can transfer up the Pokemon from the Game Boy, because Mew and Deoxys are still on their respective copies. So, long time coming. They've been sitting on those games for a while. We got to get Deoxys and Mew out. We got to get them out of there. Jirachi's the only thing holding this up. But yeah, I'll be preparing for the Living Dex stream once these two are done. And I'll need to make the video on it, which I have no idea how long I'm gonna spend on that. I want to make sure it's good. I don't want to spend 5 years working on a shiny Living Dex and then like not take seriously trying to make a video on it. I want to at least try. I feel like I should at least give it my best effort. I'll just see how well that takes. I'm also waiting to hear back now that they... I'm really hoping that we get the world record. I did so much work submitting all that footage to Guinness that if they come back and say, nah, dog, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so distraught if they just say no. I'm going to be like, dude, are you kidding me? After all this time, that's what you're going to do to me? Oop. Anyways, what do I have going on recently? I have my niece's 1 year birthday party today. She turned a year. She's a leap day baby. She was born on leap day, which is I think the coolest birthday to have. Wait, no, I don't want to watch the trailer. Copyright. How do I even do that? How did I click that? She was born on Leap Day, which is, I think, really cool. But really means she's not a year old yet. She won't be a year old until, like, she's 4, technically. But I don't know what to expect at a kid's birthday party, especially a 1-year-old's birthday party. I've been to a few of them now. I think I've been to 2 for my half-brothers. But every time you just go and, like, the only reason everyone's there is to watch them eat cake. Watch them, like, eat cake with their hands, which is Weird. My poor half brother, when he turned 1, he was it was like October, so it was freaking freezing. This poor kid's in his diaper eating cake with his hands, and he is freezing and upset. He doesn't like all the attention that's being given to him. It was actually kind of funny. In retrospect, it was kind of funny. Watching him get so nervous of everyone watching him eat cake while he's just sitting there in his diaper. How many more hours is it going to take me to reach odds? It's going to be 36 hours? I guess that's not awful. Maybe probably like more like 37 hours to reach odds. That's not horrible. I've had worse. I mean, granted, let's not talk about the fact that I'm already at like over 100 hours, but only another 30 hours. Only another full work week of Jirachi hunting to get to odds, guys. That's not that bad. It's actually great. I'm definitely gonna not do it by finding it beforehand. Yes, thank you. Do 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 do. I never realized that this is a mixture of Goldenrod City and it's like Hoenn form. It's like Goldenrod and Newport. I forget what the name of the town is. Neo clocking in for work today. What's up, Yugs? How you doing, homie? I'm trying, dude. Listen, I got 1,800 encounters until I reach odds, and I'm sure this won't go over odds. Right? Right? I was 3 years behind. No, you're good, dude. How you doing, homie? How are you doing, Mr. Yugs? I'm good. Glad to hear you're doing well. I finally got a little tired. How's you? I'm good. I finally got the world record submission done, so we'll hear back at some point. I don't know when. Guinness is weird. But man, I wish Google Drive could tell me how much data was in one folder, because Google Drive will tell you how big a singular file is, but they won't tell you how big a folder is. All I'll say is I could not download all the footage onto my computer at one time. I had to do it in batches and upload it to Guinness in 1 GB files at a time. It took my computer nonstop uploading in those batches from Friday at noon until, goodness, Tuesday night. So it took a long time. Pretty much 24/7 uploading. And I have pretty good upload speeds too. I think my apartment gets like 600 to 700 up. So it took a long time to upload all that footage. So needless to say, probably like yeah, what is this guy doing? Listen, I'm mining some Bitcoin, all right? Leave me alone. Actually, I think that'd show up on my electricity bill, not my internet bill. Whatever. Needless to say, if we get denied, I'm gonna be pissed. I can't imagine we will be, but if we do, I'm not gonna be happy, because I don't want to say like it was hard work, right? Because it wasn't hard work. I download footage, I upload footage. I'm just the medium between these two these two file sites. Between Google Drive and Guinness World Records, I'm just the middleman. The problem is like everything else I want to do with my computer, no. You want to play a game while you wait? No. You want to stream? That's not happening. All your upload speed going to this. So I just don't want to do it again. I don't want to have to do it again. I'd prefer not. However, I complain like my job is extremely hard and I'm doing like some manual labor. I'm sitting in my chair watching little uploads go up. I'm fine. I just didn't like it. But it's done. So I'm just going to hope we get the, you did it, congratulations, you are truly amazing, whatever they say. What does Guinness World Record say when you beat a world record? Like drink a beer or something? I'm going to do that. Big. I I can't wait to be in the physical book that they give out to all at every Scholastic book fair. Do they still do those? I feel like those are probably a dying breed now. I feel like Scholastic book fairs are out. I don't know if they still do Scholastic. I'm sure they at least do book fairs, right? There's no way they just got rid of book fairs. I know my old high school does it, but like I went to a private Christian school, so it's like it's not like we're the standard by any means. I just don't know if public schools are still doing book fairs. There are some Pokemon gems in the book fairs, dude. I know. The amount of third-party walkthroughs you could get, dude. I actually have this book. Hold on. I've never showed it on stream, and I'm not going to read it now just because I need to save it for a better time. But my mom sent me this book that she had made for me for a Christmas. I don't know where she got this from. It is an official Pokemon licensed product. I probably need to make a YouTube short out of this, honestly. Did I save twice? Hold on. Let me check real quick. Did I save twice? Okay, I did. So look, my mom had this made. It was something offered by the official Pokemon company, but it's a book. Let me go to the face cam only. It is a book called Pokemon: The Spirit of the Forest, but it has my face on it as a kid, starring Pikachu, Ash, and friends. I'm friends, by the way. This is me. I am friends. But it's like an entire book where like my face is in it. Starring Landon. Look, that's me! With love from Santa Claus. Santa got me this. Also, I don't think... Santa Claus doesn't have an E at the end of his name, does he? I don't think... No. Wait, no he doesn't. Does Santa have a E at the end of his name? I thought that was just the movie, The Santa Claus. But yeah, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'll do that later on stream. But every page has my face on it. In all honesty, it's kind of creepy. Team Rocket showed up. I'm gonna beat him up with my Blaziken. So yeah, and just in case you were wondering, this is an official Pokemon licensed product. This is not some third-party thing. Pokemon did this. I'm sure there's some other kid out there that has this exact same book with their face in it. Or my parents were just weird and had crazy connections. I'll read that at some point, probably for a YouTube short, but like, I was shocked. When my mom brought that up, I mean, it was probably a memory I shoved down, you know? But when I saw that, I was like, wait, that's weird, no? Anyways, I need to do more research on it before I show it off, but it's like, it's crazy. I don't know. I think I'm famous. That's what I think. I think the real thing is they said this kid's gonna be big one day. Get him a book. Also, wait, was Blaziken in that as my favorite Pokemon? Is that what that was? Now it is time for Landon to spring into action. He selected his favorite Pokemon, Blaziken. Bro, what was I thinking? Blaziken? That's so normie. What a dumb child. I'll say it, bro. He was not cooking. Old me did not have a good favorite Pokemon. Blaziken? Sorry to all the Blaziken lovers out there, but I'm hating you. Normie here. Yeah, that's what I'm known for. That's my name. So anyways, I don't even know how I got on that topic. I don't know how I got on that topic. I think the last thing I said was Guinness gives me a beer when I get a world record. I think that's what they said. I think that's what I said. Guaranteed. I'm over the age of 21. I can show my license. Well, anyways, that's the more Neo lore for you, is that my dad has I guess an uncle that works at Nintendo and got me a book that that has my face in it. Why do they stop doing that, you know? That's a good question. I feel like there's a whole market of kids who want... There's a full market out there of kids who want their face in a book with Pokemon on it, right? I feel like we're completely missing out on this market opportunity. Pokemon, we need to make more billions. Get some PNGs of parents who send their kid's face to you, and then throw it in a book and send it back to them for Christmas from Santa Claus. The endless money I'm thinking about right now, dude. The piles of cash I will be swimming in after giving them this idea, or after retreading this idea from earlier. My music stopped. Why? So yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued by the things I have from my past. I don't know if I have a lot of old pictures of me playing Pokemon stuff. That's one thing I'm jealous of when I see people who talk about like, yeah, I've been a Pokemon fan forever, and they show a picture of them from when they were like 5 playing Pokemon. I'm like, dude, I need that. Imagine the content. I want to show people that I'm a true Pokemon fan, but I guess the best way I can do it is show them my Pokemon book with my face in it. I mean, what Pokemon fan has that, you know? It probably gives me the upper hand in a way. Like, look at how dedicated I am to the franchise. They put my face in a book. It's a pretty big deal. Cheap viewers. Go away. I didn't realize that those bots were still a thing on Twitch. Here's my question. How many people do those websites actually make money? There's no way, right? I guess maybe for parents, right? But like, cause like I know someone personally that has bought their Pokemon shiny Pokemon off on eBay, bought their children shiny Pokemon off eBay. I know someone personally that has done that. Because they asked me, they said, hey, Landon, have you ever thought about selling the Pokemon you find on eBay? They make some pretty good money. I said, oh no, you sweet summer child. It's like if I were to sell my entire living dex on eBay, I would get what, like maybe 15 bucks? I don't know if I'd make that much money. I don't know, Patrick. I don't think that one would. I think for the amount of hours put in, I think I might come back at a deficit. I'm gonna be honest. I could have made millions. So my point saying, what an opportunity. I know, dude. Hey, with Scarlet Violet now, I could be making at least like 30 cents or something. I don't know. Sell them on eBay. Anyways, so I've always thought, who the hell buys shiny Pokemon off of eBay? I found the guy. I found at least one of them, right? It's parents who, like, kids say, I want a shiny Pokemon, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'll go to eBay and buy you one, right? Then you can trade it to, whatever, cool. I don't know who buys viewers on Twitch. Who does that? Because from my perspective, if a kid's streaming, like, you want to get like parents who want to like be nice to their kids, right? But from my perspective, if a kid, when I streamed on Twitch as a kid, like my first Twitch stream was like maybe when I was like 17, and I streamed Minecraft. And but my parents weren't watching that. I'm definitely not buying viewers. I don't got money. So, anyways. Yeah, Yugs, that's something to consider. Yugs, brilliant YouTube video idea for you. I shiny hunted and sold them on eBay to see how much money I can make. Can shiny hunting be a full-time job? It's like people who go check out like all the different like DoorDash and Uber Eats and all those to see, hey, what if can I make this a full-time job? But now, and listen, I actually think this is a banger idea. I think this is heat. Can I make money shiny hunting Pokemon? Because they have no inherent value unless you sell them to parents on eBay. Boom. Money made. Put it in my pocket and call it a day. I'm a content machine. I sit here and my brain just whirls. It just goes crazy. If only I wasn't so freaking dedicated to this living dex, then maybe I'd make that video for myself and get billions of views. But oh well. I'm too lazy. I have to finish this dex. Jirachi's not going to find itself. Dude, now that I'm thinking about it, after I make my living dex video, that'll be my follow-up. I sold my living dex for $1 million. How much money did I make off of shiny hunting? I mean, if I were to look it up right now, if I were to go to eBay, if I were to go to eBay and type in shiny living dex, Pokemon Home shiny living dex. Dude, I could buy it for $3. I can buy Pokemon Home shiny living dex Gen 1 to 7 900 plus Pokemon event Pokemon for $3. I did all this to make $3? I'm cooked. Dude, I've been hunting for 5 years. I'm gonna go bankrupt. My wife's gonna leave me. I've been telling her this is an investment. It's like Bitcoin, trust me. Eventually, one day I'll make a lot of money off this. And now she's gonna find out that when I sell it, I make $3? Guys, I'm cooked. There is no chance for me. I'm cooked. That person has to be ruining the market though, right? Because there's definitely people out there selling like shiny legendaries for like $2 a piece, right? If someone's selling the entire living dex for $3, dude, you're ruining the market. Dog, we need to like, can we not just price gouge each other here? How am I supposed to make my money if you're selling everything for that cheap? It's like a rising tide raises all ships, you know? Let's start low and build up. Consider me the Pokemon scalper of shiny hunting. Is here? Who? I don't know him. Me? I don't believe you. I'm gonna be honest. That might be the next video I make after the Living Dex video. I shiny hunted so I can sell them on eBay. How much money can I make? No, me as I. What about you? I know I'm me. This joke sucks. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stop talking. What's up, Nick? How are you? Your dad side is showing? Well, I'm a dad now, all right? Neo, your dad jokes are crazy. Well, I'm a dad. I'm supposed to be making those now. To be fair, he doesn't really get jokes though. I kind of will like, I'll hit him with my best content and he'll just look at me. He'll just go. He does this a lot with his tongue. I don't know why. My baby moves his mouth a lot. He just sits there and goes. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, he's great. I love him. But I can't really, you know, I don't get, when I go up to practice my stand-up in front of him, he kind of just stares at me. So I don't really get a lot of like feedback, you know? You want to practice your stand-up so that when you get on stage, you know if people are gonna laugh or not. And he just kind of looks at me. So I don't really know if, you know, I've been practicing these bits and jokes for a stream and he just doesn't know what to do. He just looks at me. It's kind of concerning because now I don't know if I whip out one of my best jokes, are you guys gonna laugh? Are you gonna say LOL in chat? Are you guys gonna say, Neo, that was so funny? And then give me $5 so I make money? Because at this point, I'm only selling this Living Dex for $3. I need some cash. I'm about to be broke, dude. Spent all this time looking for shiny Pokemon just to find out that it's worth nothing. I thought my virtual pets that look different colors were at least worth $1,000. $3? 3? How do they even do that? How does that even work? Do they just give you the account? Because you can't transfer Pokemon via Pokemon Home. It doesn't work. Unless I'm stupid. Can you transfer Pokemon via Pokemon Home? There's no way you could transfer 900 Pokemon like that. They have to just give you the account code, right? They just hack in all the Pokemon and give you the account code. Like the password. You can via 3DS code? Oh, wait, that's why it's gens 1 through 7. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Because you can do it all through Pokemon Bank. But they can't do gens 8 and 9 because you can't, and that would take too much time. Oh my God. Wait, you're a genius. That's actually so smart. I didn't even think about that. Oh. You know what the saddest part about all that is? Like, I promise you the people selling these Pokemon are not doing like good hack checks and stuff. So some kid's Pokemon Home is gonna get banned because they have a bunch of hacked Pokemon in them just because they bought it off eBay. Some poor child who put their first little Charmander into their Pokemon Home and said, "You're my best friend and I'm gonna make sure you stay safe in here," got banned because they bought 900 Pokemon off of Pokemon Bank from a freak. I didn't even think about that though. But wait, my Gen 1 through 7 aren't in Pokemon Bank, so could I even do it? Dude, I want to know from one of those people if they make money. I want to know so bad. I really do want to know how much money they make. I can't imagine they've made more than like $300. Screwed again by the system. I know, dude. They really just want to keep me down. They don't want to see me succeed. 151 like Kanto. But dude, there's no way. Because if they were to do it, right? They would have to transfer Gens 1 through 7 Pokemon 100 times to make $300. And you're telling me 100 silly parents have bought their child every shiny Pokemon that ever existed off of eBay? I can't imagine they're making money. That's the thing with side hustles. Yeah, but this is my side hustle, and they're really harshing my vibe. I thought I was gonna make at least $500, but now I'm just gonna be screwed. That's it. I'm gonna make zero money. I'm gonna be cooked. Because, you know, where people actually make money with this stuff, it'd be like the YouTubers that like do like gift Pokemon giveaways, but they've just hacked it to have the exact same stats and data so that they can just give away the gift Pokemon. They're like, hey guys, I'm giving away a bunch of Shinies Nation and Zamazenta because I definitely got 500 gift card codes and redeemed them all on the same account. And didn't just gen these Pokemon in so I could Wonder Trade them via bots. That's where you make your money, because then you at least get the YouTube views off of it. You know? I guess I just need to stop hating and let people make their cash, you know? I'm out here worried about my bottom line, but the thing is like, you know what? It's a skill issue. You should have known that when you started hunting for your living decks that you were only going to sell it for $3. That's all you were going to make. Skill issue. You should have known better. Why not just find shiny Jirachi? I get it, because the Pokemon. I'm trying, okay? I'm broke and I'm not up, okay? I'm cooked. I can't find the shiny Jirachi. It won't show up. Let's look at the natures again. Bashful, timid, lonely, serious, hasty, naughty, jolly, docile, careful. Okay. Fine. I had to relock in. I had to understand what I was looking for. I forgot. I forgot what I was looking for, so I'm locking back in. Now I understand. I need to do that thing that people do on YouTube Shorts, where the guy's like, I understand it now. And then he just makes the shot, you know? Like he's doing some insanely hard shot, and then all of a sudden he goes, I understand it now. And then he hits it. That's what I'm doing right now. I just watched myself fail 5,457 times. And you know what? I understand it now. I get it. I understand what I was doing wrong. I should probably do the reset right first before I do that. Hold on. This wouldn't make a good clip. Chat, let's rewind, pretend I didn't say that. I failed 5,457 times. But you know what? I understand it now. I understand it now. I get it. It took me a while, but after failure and failed attempt, I get it. Oh, it was a nature that could have been shiny too. Can't Gentle be shiny? Oh wait, no, Gentle can't be shiny. Never mind, I'm cooked. GG. Yeah, I think I might give up there, guys. I think that might be my last encounter ever. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I think I'm giving up. I'm throwing in the towel. Big L for Neo here. Goodbye. I don't know. I think with side hustles, I think I respect like YouTube. I respect like starting your own business. I respect like, you know, grinding away to like become really good at something in your free time. Music artists usually start off as a side hustle. I don't know if I respect genning in shiny living dexes Gen 1 through 7 and selling it to parents who have no idea what they're doing. I don't know if I consider that the same, you know? I don't know if I respect that side hustle as much as others. If someone came up to me and was like, yeah, I sell shiny Pokemon on eBay as like a, you know, it makes me a good $1,000 a month, I'd be like, you know what? I hate you. That's what I'd say. You disgust me. It's like scalpers. But okay, hold on. That's not true though. Scalpers for the TCG, there's no way they're making part-time income, right? People are buying that stuff. That has to be their full-time job. It has to be their full-time job to be scalpers. It has to be. There's no way they spend that much time making sure that they get every single restock in their local area and they don't make buku bucks off it. Especially with this prismatic evolution set, bro. The stuff I've seen happening, they're making bank. They're making like $100 per ETB. I really do wonder how Pokemon's going to respond to all the stuff happening in the TCG right now, because they have to come up with a solution, right? I mean, I guess you could just print more so it's not a problem, but printing more doesn't really solve the problem, because then the scalpers will just buy the more stock that you make. Like, I don't know. I'm really interested to see how how Pokemon TCG does, because it does feel like a hobby that you cannot be a part of if you are a child. Like, you have to be like a grown adult, because it is too hard otherwise. It's like COVID all over again with the TCG. Yeah, but I feel like COVID was at least... The reason COVID was hard, though, was because... well, no, I guess this is not true. I'm misremembering COVID. Because I was thinking about COVID in a sense of like, oh, you don't have access to going outside. But that's not true. COVID, it was just a crazy time during COVID. Like, people, you're definitely right. There was just people going crazy, just buying a bunch of cards. Lock up the toilet paper and lock up the Pokemon cards. No one is safe. You have to be an adult to play a card game? You have to be an adult? Like, you can't legally play the card game unless you're an adult? You have to show your ID? Is that that's how it works? Which, by the way, not true. There is literally juniors TCG events at Pokemon Worlds. There are like 9-year-olds playing the TCG game. You definitely don't need to be an adult. However, I don't know. It just kind of sucks, you know? Prismatic Evolutions didn't come out before Christmas, but imagine if it did. How many parents would be trying to get their kids Pokemon cards that they just couldn't? It just sucks, dude. I remember I bought my original Nintendo Switch for $50 more than it was retailing. Because I decided I wanted to Switch after Breath of the Wild came out. And I was like, oh, I'd really like to get a Switch. So it was like, I think the Switch came out March 3rd. And I was like, oh, I'll probably get one. Like March 15th, right? and they were all sold out. The only way I got my initial Switch, which is the Switch I still have to this day, was by buying it off of eBay, or not eBay, Craigslist. I got it off Craigslist for $350 compared to the MSRP $300. The guy that we bought it from was super sweet. He apparently got one for him and then his son or his friend or something, and his friend wasn't interested anymore, so he decided to sell it. He wasn't, I don't think he was a scalper. He had two. He didn't have a lot. But I had to buy mine for $50 more than it originally priced at. And that was like less than a month after the console came out. So you can bet your bottom that I will be buying a Switch. I will be pre-ordering a Switch 2 the minute pre-orders are alive, because I'm not going to be, it's my job at this point. I need to buy it. Tax write-off, baby. Think about all the content I'll make off a Switch 2. At that point, I'm making money. How far are we away from the Nintendo Direct? 3 weeks from Wednesday? Ooh, it's coming up quick. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the Switch 2 Direct. Quick, do a giveaway. A giveaway? Giveaway for what? Listen, dude, the Switch is gonna be like $400. You think I got an extra $400 lying around to do a giveaway, bro? Hell no. I'll give away a Switch if someone gives 400 subs. Fun fact, that's my birthday, April 2nd. Oh, big. Congrats. I'm happy for you, Jay. I'll be live that day watching the Nintendo Direct from my computer. I'll be sitting there like, yes. 3D Mario. Actually, what time is the Nintendo Direct? Bubtendo? No. Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. 6 a.m.? Wait, it's at 8 o'clock in the morning? I gotta wake up? All right, well. Bro's waking up early that day. Looks like I'm gonna be streaming at 8 a.m. that day, boys. We're gonna be watching through the Nintendo Direct. I'm gonna be like, oh look, it's a Nintendo character. Wait, did you see that? The Joy-Cons go, you know? They go click. Well, I can't watch it because I'll be at school. Bro, how dare your parents not take you out of school so you can watch the Nintendo 2 Direct? Nintendo's so big they came out with Nintendo 2. You should tell your mom this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, though. Mom, the Switch 2 Direct will never happen again. And it will never happen on my birthday again. Take me out of school immediately. I didn't think about it. I kind of figured to get it when a Pokemon game comes out because I don't play other games. Also, well, you need to get a new capture card now. I mean, listen, there's a 99.9% chance that this thing plugs in through HDMI. I don't even know. They might have already shown that. I don't remember. If it's HDMI, I can. It'll work because the Elgato just works with HDMI. It doesn't. You don't need to do anything else. It's just an HDMI plugin, so I don't need to buy a new capture card. I've had the same capture card since 2020. So I haven't need to buy a new one. I've heard a lot of people have problems with the Elgato capture cards. I've personally never had an issue, but I'm sure people have had issues with them. So, but no, as long as it's HDMI plugin, I don't need it. Which I'm pretty sure they showed it was an HDMI plugin. I can't remember. Did they show that in the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer? Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. Also, guys, I have horrible news. I didn't get an invite to the first look at the Switch 2 in Dallas, which I was hoping I'd get to go to. And they said, no, L. And I said, what the frick, dude? Yeah, they didn't show the dock. So I don't know. Listen, there's like a 99.9% chance it's through HDMI. I can't imagine it's not through HDMI. But If it somehow isn't, then I'll need to get a new capture card. But if it's HDMI, then it doesn't matter. Top and bottom charging ports hype. Yeah, dude, I'm super hyped about that. I'm so happy I can plug my Switch in from the top rather than the bottom. I'm so happy I can plug both in at the same time for double the charging speed. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Guys, I'm just making jokes. I'm being funny. Start laughing, please. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Hey, I'm here for the next 2 hours, okay? I'm here for the next hour and a half. Also, the kickstand's better by the looks of it. Yeah, that's what they needed to fix. I will say, it will be nice. I make the joke about the charging thing. It will be nice to be able to plug it in from the top when it's sitting on its back. But I'll also be honest, I don't know. I think I've owned my Switch for 8 years now. So I bought mine in 2017. So my initial Switch is 8 years old almost. Old piece of hardware, right? And my Nintendo Switch OLED is 3 years old this year because I bought it for Scarlet. It's the Scarlet Violet exclusive. I don't think of the 8 years that I've been playing Switch, I would say 90% of the time it's docked. And maybe 10% is undocked. Maybe you could give it 15. I used to play it undocked a lot when I was in my first year of college, so 2018 and then 2017. I played it a lot undocked because I take it with me to class and play Mario Odyssey in math class when I wasn't paying attention. But I think outside of that, especially as a streamer, 99% of the time, or again, like 90% of the time, the Switch is docked. So like the things that you can do when it's undocked doesn't really matter to me because it's like, oh, who cares? You know, like I'm gonna probably play with it docked 90% of the time anyways. So the little features of like, ooh, you can play with it undocked. Look, see how see what it do? It doesn't really matter to me, but I understand why it's big for people who actually do play with it undocked. I always play docked. So now, hear me out. If the C button that's been leaked on the Switch can wirelessly connect to the Switch, you might catch me playing it wirelessly connecting, right? I hold it here and then I wirelessly connect to the dock. That could be cool. Though I can't imagine there's not going to be like latency issues or stuff on that. If that was what the C button means. I don't know what it does mean though. Let's think of all the things it could mean. Maybe C stands for Cresselia. That was one of my worst jokes ever. I apologize. That one did not cook. I've made better jokes than that in the past. I'm sorry for my absolute atrocious joke that I just made. I'm better than that. C stands for Chikorita, T's the A starter. Wait, that's so much better. It's a much better joke than what I said. Speaking of, I'll be picking Chikorita. I'm standing up and saying it. I will be picking Chikorita for ZA. At least that's my intention right now. Unless they really wow me with some like Pignite evolution. And I'm like, oh, Pignite. But my streak continues of having never picked a fire starter ever. I have only picked grass and water starters. I have never picked a fire starter. Mega Meganium, I know. It's gonna be big. They made the meme true. Mega Meganium. But yeah, I'm C is for Cable. I think C is for Cresselia. I said it the first time. I'm gonna stick with this joke. I think it's funny. Mega Neoium. Wait, I have to pick it now. Best fossil that was never a fossil. So true. But yeah, I've actually never picked a fire starter. My starter choices were Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Trico, Turtwig, Snivy, and then that's 5 generations of grass. Then I switched up and I said Froakie. I like the frog. And then I picked Rowlet, and then I picked Sobble, and then I picked Quaxley. So I've done 6 generations grass, 3 generations water. That's been my split. A third of the time I'm picking the water guy, but I have never picked a fire type starter. Never did it. Even though apparently my favorite Pokemon was Blaziken from that book? Huh? I'm sorry, what? Do you think Champions will have all the gimmicks in it? I mean, it did show Terrestrialization and Megas, so I'm assuming they're not going to be like, Z-Moves Dynamax? Pfft, who cares? I think they'll bring it back. I think they will. I'm sure they will. It may not be all at once, though. Arceus, I picked Rowlet. It may not be all at once, though. I don't know if we'll have a battle system where all 4 are available at once. They might do different seasons where, like, hey, this is Terrestrialization season, and this is Mega season, and this is whatever. If it is, I'm super scared of Shedinja. Yeah, my boy, Shedinja's back, baby. Shedinja's been sitting in the shadows for too long. Give my boy some freaking love. That's my dog. Who would win, Shuckle or Shedinja? Shedinja, because he's my goat. I don't care. You can come up with all the reasons that Shuckle would win. Don't care, didn't ask, plus ratio, plus I don't care. I said it twice. That's how little I care. Air Balloon, Terra Electric, Shedinja on top, true. Only way you're hitting my dude is by poisoning him or using some hail. Hell no. That's what I said. I've been saying that. I've been spitting that for years. But yes, I think it will have all the gimmicks in it. Where am I going? I do think the Champions will have all the gimmicks in it. I don't know if they will all be used at once, you know? The nice thing about having all the gimmicks in one game, though, is that they can choose and decide when different gimmicks are being used, right? So, like, maybe we have a regulation that's like, oh, this is, you can use Z moves or you can use Megas. One of the two. It's your choice. Or you can use both. You know, you can use Mega and Terrestrialization. Those are your 2 options. Like, that would be a really cool meta to have both available to you, right? And then you do that for, like, 3 months and then switch metas. I don't know. It'd be interesting. It just gives Pokemon more freedom to, like, get a little wacky with it, get a little crazy, you know? It's like, I'm gonna be a little silly here. Hey guys, I'm gonna terrestrialize my Mega Shedinja coming out in Legends EA. Balancing will be a nightmare, will be great for spectator. Teams should have more diversity. It could have more diversity, but I feel like, again, I will explain, as I have many times before since EA got announced, the reasons I don't like Megas is because it makes team diversity way worse. Team diversity now is actually, you can, especially with like restricted, you can choose to build your team around a certain restricted and do well, right? But my problem with that is, like, I don't like the fact that in Mega Evolution specifically, every team had pretty similar Megas. Mega Rayquaza was up there. He might have seen a few Mega Salamences. Mega Kangaskhan was all over the place. Because Megas weren't distributed to every single Pokemon, which, by the way, they shouldn't be. But because they weren't distributed to every single Pokemon, it would, you would just have these specific Pokemon that were really overpowered already on teams. And Megas could have been so much better if they actually gave Megas to Pokemon that suck. Why did they give Megas to Pokemon that are already good? We're giving Primal Forms to Groudon and Kyogre. We're giving a Mega to Rayquaza. We give a Mega to Salamence. We give a Mega to Tyranitar. Like, why are we giving megas to Pokemon that already have so much going for them? You could have, you gave yourself a really cool opportunity to balance some Pokemon that actually needed megas. But then all the megas but because you gave megas to the strongest Pokemon, why would anyone use the weaker ones? It doesn't make any sense. No one's gonna use Magic Bounce Mega Sableye when they have a Mega Salamence as an option with Aerilate. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I'm angry today. I'm pissed. So that's my complaint. I'm not saying they didn't give weak Pokemon megas. I'm just saying they should have exclusively given they should have exclusively given weak Pokemon megas to make those Pokemon better. Take a vitamin and chill. True. I'm sorry. Guys, I am. Will you forgive me? I will be better, I promise. Who believes this dude? Who believes him? I'm interested to see if they're doing another I'm interested to see if they're doing another Smash Bros and when they are doing it. Bro's right on God, megas are alright, but needed more weak megas. Yeah, you just shouldn't have given them to these strong Pokemon that didn't need them. It's just hard because it's like, again, this is why, and people disagree with me, but this is why Terastallization is the best gimmick. Because, so like, for instance, here, I think is Terastallization, Dynamax, Mega Evolution, Z-moves, right? The reason Z-moves is the worst is because it's just a nuke move. It's boring. I don't care. It's just boring. Hey, I hit you with my Psychic Inium Z, Psychic Surge, Tapu Lele Psychic. You're dead. Unless you're a Dark type. Boring. No one cares. With Megas, it's given to a pool. It's given to a small pool of Pokemon. I think there was 60 megas maybe total. I don't remember. But those megas weren't given to a lot of Pokemon, and they were given a lot to strong Pokemon. And you can only use it once, which means you're only giving it to one Pokemon. And if you can only use one mega, why in the world would you ever use a weaker mega than a stronger mega? Just pick a stronger Pokemon and mega evolve it. And beside that point, you would rarely ever use a defensive mega because it's a lot better to have strong offensive output than have a defensive mega on screen. You never saw a lot of Mega Aggron, but you did see a lot of Mega Salamence and stuff. Hello, George. What's up? 11? Is that too late? Because the party starts at 12:30, right? So I was thinking we'd leave at like 11:45, give us 45 minutes to get out of here. Does that work for you or no? Okay. All right. Where was I? So yeah, you didn't see a lot of Mega Aggron and Mega Sableye, but you did see a lot of like, I mean, Mega Gengar was like the one weird one, right? Because it had Shadow Tag. And the nerf of like, oh, you nerf Mega Pokemon by they can't have an item, it's not that big of a deal. Them not having an item doesn't matter if they're as strong as Salamence is with an extra 100 base stat total. So, then you got to Dynamax. And Dynamax was better because Dynamax was at least given to every single Pokemon. Every single Pokemon could Dynamax. It's not visually interesting, but every single Pokemon could Dynamax. Every single Pokemon could get big and use the moves. The problem with it is, generally, I don't think you ever used a defensive Dynamax. You always used it offensively, right? You always wanted to offensively use your Dynamax so that you could put out max airstreams that would raise your speed. There were certain moves that were like super meta on Dynamax Pokemons because you want to raise your speed, you want to raise your attack, you maybe want to raise your special defense or defense at times, but like you only really wanted to use it offensively to output damage and raise your stats. So Dynamax was good because it was distributed to all the Pokemon, but it was pretty much only used offensively. But Terastallization changed that because Terastallization is given to every single Pokemon. Every single Pokemon can Terastallize, and they can Terastallize into any type, and you can use it offensively or defensively. You can have your Miraidon Terra into electric to put out more damage, or you could have your, you know, I don't know, what's a good example? Your Incineroar Terra to grass, so it's no longer weak to water moves and can't get hit by Spore. So there's like, you have more options to make your Pokemon either offensive or defensive, and it's a lot more versatile because any Pokemon can do it. At any point, any of the 4 Pokemon can Terastallize, and that makes the game a lot more deep than just saying, oh, I'm going to click my big Mega button and make my Pokemon stronger. So I think Terastallization is the best gimmick by far. I think Megas are overrated just because they look cool, which is fine for the casual viewer, but I think for competitive Pokemon, Megas aren't great. And now I shall get off of my soapbox and sit back in my chair. Sorry, guys, to rant, but I need to make sure my voice is heard. It's important that this random white man on the internet share his opinion on Pokemon gimmicks. It must be said. I like Z moves because of the special moves, but I agree that Terra's the best. I mean, listen, the best thing that they had was definitely the animations for sure. Jose Rachi, wishing you luck. Oh my gosh, is that Jirachi except Jose? Thank you, Jose. I need my luck. I need it bad because I'll be honest, I'm getting cooked right now. I'm getting absolutely cooked. Yeah, I mean, I like the special Z moves as well. I liked the Eevee move where it gave you an Omni boost in the stats. I thought that was cool. I liked obviously the Burning Sun or whatever that was given to Ultra Necrozma. That was sick. Like, there was some, obviously there were some cool, really cool Z moves out there. I'm not saying that Z moves were probably visually the coolest of them all. It's just that, I don't know, it's just that like the actual execution of the moves is not that interesting. It's like, I use my nuke move on you, you die. It's like, okay, I guess I lose now. So anyways, that's my whole opinion on Pokemon gimmicks. I don't know if they're going to keep doing gimmicks though. Now that Pokemon Champions is coming out, it's making me wonder if they're kind of done with gimmicks and they're just going to keep those 4 gimmicks. It'd be interesting if Gen 10 tried to do a gimmick, but I don't even know what gimmick they would do. Like, what other portion of Pokemon battling can you mess around with? You've messed around with types, you've messed around with evolutions and stats. You've definitely messed around with stats with, what's it called? Oh, shoot. Dynamax, and you've messed around with Pokemon moves by kind of giving them a 5th move through Z moves. So it's like, what else do you have? You can mess around with items, but the items are already there's so many of them. How does that even work? Fusions maybe, but that's opening up a can of worms I don't think Pokemon's ready to open. So I don't know if there's any other gimmicks that they can do that would like mess with, that's like because types was really the only thing they could do. Accuracy, but accuracy is just a stat. It's not like it's not like something that should be melded, right? Like, it's cool that you can mess around with your Pokemon's typing or evolution or stats or moves, but like, I don't know how you go farther than that. I don't know what else you have to mess with. The core, because it's always like, ooh, let's put a question is like, what if a Pokemon could change type? That's the real core question of this whole, that's the whole thing that we mess around with in this. But it's like, how is that? I don't know. What else do you have that's like that hasn't been messed around with already? Maybe Megas will be the core gimmick now, or even Terra. Well, I think what they're doing with Pokemon Champions is taking the 4 gimmicks that they've had and like putting them all in that game and saying, well, these are just going to be the gimmicks from now on. Like, we're going to mess around with these gimmicks, maybe make metas where you can use one or the other or both or whatever, right? But I don't know if they're going to be adding any more gimmicks now. I think they're done adding gimmicks. Is at least my suspicion. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe they want to keep adding gimmicks to keep people interested in Pokemon as a whole, but like I think it seems like they might be on the tail end of the whole gimmick thing. Are Pokemon stray away from VGC for main series and keep champions to be the main VGC game? Yeah, that's what I think will happen. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think they're just going to try to give VGC its own bump by having champions be like the mainstay for where all the battles happen. And the way you just get your and to keep people still buying the mainline series games, at least the battlers, they're going to force you to have the Pokemon in home if you want to use it in champions. If you want to use it in champions, you have to show that you've caught it in the Pokemon game and transfer it into home, which means you need the Pokemon game, the Pokemon home. You need Pokemon home so you can use the Pokemon, and then you also need Pokemon champions, but like that's not really that bad. Yo, what's up, good ninja? How you doing, homie? I am the one and only Twitcher, maybe. No, I think right now you are. Wow. He staked his claim on the land. Wish Battle Revolution got revamped? I mean, it's kind of getting revamped. I mean, this is what Battle Revolution was. Maybe they do get funny feigning animations. They might. I don't know. We don't really know anything about the game. We didn't see a Pokemon fainting game. We just kind of saw them shoot lasers at one another. Aegislash went, bing! And then a guy died. Wait, he died. All that matters is that Sandslash will be in it. And Clauncher. Wow, are we starting a Clauncher obsession now? We're moving on from Sandslash. Sandslash isn't enough to provide all your obsession. You need also Clauncher now. How are you doing, Mr. Ninja? What's up with you? Mega Clauncher. Mega Clawitzer. Even bigger claw hand. I shoot bullets with my claw. I got an AR-15 right on my hand right here. Thank you, Mega Clawitzer. Really cool. Dual 40mm claws, yeah. That boy's strapped. He'll shoot blanks, not water. Why shoot blanks? Let's get a little bit crazy, Pokemon. Have him shoot real bullets. Pump him full of lead. You know that quote from, what's it called? Home Alone. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to get off my property before I pump your body full of lead. 1, 2, 10. No good looking keister off my property before I pump you full of lead. I'm good. Played a bit more of Pokemon Sapphire. Couldn't believe they just give you Latios straight up. I know, dude. Back in the day when it wasn't a roamer in Emerald, you had to pick which one you wanted. I want the blue one. I want it blue. Emerald, wow, those kids had it good. I know, dude. I really do wonder if there will ever be a Pokemon game that's as universally loved as Emerald and like Black 2, White 2, Platinum. I really do wonder when it'll happen. Because it has to happen eventually, right? They can't keep throwing out stinkers forever. There's going to be a game eventually where people are like, yeah, this is it. This is Poggers. Sorry, I had to check something on my phone. I mean, PLA? Yeah, but you think PLA was universally loved? I don't think it was in the same way. I mean, there's always gonna be people who dislike Pokemon games, right? But like, I don't know. I feel like PLA is a little bit more. I don't know if PLA has the same vibe. I think there's just some people who don't like how different it is, right? They don't like how different it is from the mainline series. I know PLA technically is mainline series, so before someone comes in and be like, actually, you know, Game Freak did say it's mainline series. I know. I just mean like that plays like a mainline series Pokemon game. Hopefully ZA, but people complain about everything. Dude, people are already complaining about that game. People are already complaining about how it looks and how it plays, even though it hasn't been played out yet. Like the wild areas, wild zones, this game is dog water. Put it back in the trash. We're so back. If people are hitting on Pokemon games before they even come out, we are so back, dude. We're so back. All right, hold on. I'm gonna save real quick. I hear baby crying, so I'm gonna go check on mom and baby, see how things are going. Let me go check on Georgie and the baby real quick while this cutscene plays, and I'll be right back. Let me go check on him. Be right back. I'm back. Join at a fire time. Hey, why are you being rude? I thought you guys like watching me, right? You know what? You guys don't just like watching the chair. Welcome back, thank you. The trees are not accurate to real life. Wait! That tree doesn't even look good. I don't know, man. I'm also just like kind of annoyed with, I'm just kind of tired of the whole like, this game looks like a GameCube game. It looks so bad. I can't believe the highest grossing media franchise of all time makes games that look these bad. It's like, dude, forever, and I mean literally forever, Pokemon has been behind the times on how games look. All the time. You could have been impressed with the art, with the pixel artwork that happened in Gen 5, but even then it was behind what other games were doing. It's just like now that they have to be on the Switch, so they have to make these games on the Switch, everyone's like, why doesn't this look like Breath of the Wild or like something way better? It just shouldn't look this bad. It's like, well, I don't know, dude. Pokemon's not just video games. It's a freaking machine. They have cards, they have anime, they have, you know, merchandise. They have all these other things they need to make that rely on Pokemon continuing to make their games and putting them out there. So it's annoying to me that people are like, oh, well, just spend 7 years on a game. It's like, I don't even know if they can do that. I don't think they can. I think they have too much relying on them. So. Anyways, I think that whole argument is silly. I'm mad about it. It's silly and I'm angry. Boo 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 ba boo 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 ba. I want to see how this video did. How's it doing? Oh, not bad, Angelo. Do 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 ba da do. I got all shiny Terra type Sandslash. Crazy! I got all shiny Terra type Shedinja. My favorite Pokemon is dead. They killed it. They killed my favorite Pokemon. They murdered him. I'll never forgive Pokemon for what they did to Shedinja. Actually, to be fair, as soon as I saw Terrestrialization, I was like, yeah, Shedinja's dead. There's no way they're ever putting Shedinja in Scarlet and Violet with Terrestrialization as the gimmick. What they do to him, they murdered him. They stabbed him in the back where his hole is. They put a knife in it. And he's frail. He only has 1 HP. They can't do that to him. He only has 1. They knew the knife would be super effective too. I almost said a naughty word. I saved it. I saved my Christian stream. I almost said a naughty word. Boom, 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 boom. May we have a moment of silence? I'm finding it hard to talk upon learning this news. Yeah. Everyone, shh. Should I play some sad music or just like sit here in the silence? Should I play some sad music? Sad music would be fine. Okay. It's just so overwhelming. Fly high, Shidinja. He's weak to flying types too, man. Damn it. If I may, I wrote a song about this situation. I hope I'll be able to perform it without crying. All right, go for it. We're listening. I hope it has the melody of New Donk City from Super Mario Odyssey, because there's no way I'm changing this. Good luck. Ooh, Shedinja, they stabbed you and it probably really hurt and now you're dead. Ow. Wow. Amazing. That's just amazing. It's just impressive. That was beautiful. Shedinja would be proud. Very emotional. Yeah, that made me feel things. That made me feel things I'm not sure if I was ready to feel yet. Alright, I gotta go pick up Shedinja. I feel bad for what I did to him. Shedinja, go back to your spot. There you go, buddy, old pal. The real question is, will we get Shedinja and ZA, or do they hate me? Am I gonna have to go a whole generation without my baby? Without my little dude? Show me Ninkata in Pokemon Legends ZA so I can look forward to knowing Shedinja will be back. Show me Ninkata! I must see it. I have to see it. I must. This song already played. I'm picking a new one. I'm dying. Someone help me. Ugh. My throat. Rash? Bro's got a rash on him. By the way, gamers, just so we know, I know it's technically 40 minutes shorter than a normal stream, but I will have to end at 11 because I have a birthday party to go to. So you got another 50 minutes of me. You got another 50 minutes of me. How do you want to spend the next 50 minutes before I leave until Tuesday? How do you guys want to spend it? Really ponder on this before you answer. Shiny hunting Jirachi, I'd say. That's a good idea. The chair? Well, the chair's right here. You can see it still. Try to find shiny Jirachi? Man, you guys are on the same page. I like it. I'll say it. You guys are cooking with gas. I'll say it. You guys are cooking. I'm with you. Let's try to find the shiny Jirachi. I bet you I'll find it on this encounter. 5,499 is the one. We've already flipped the coin and we landed tails, unfortunately. I pulled Misty on this shiny hunt and she said, no thanks. She said, I don't care. LinkedIn has recently posted. Did I ask? Gmail? Why are you sending me emails about LinkedIn posts? I don't even use LinkedIn. I work in YouTube. What is happening? You know what I was thinking about the other day? Even though it's been a while since we've done it, the last Playmore season we did, I don't think I had a single big editing mess up in the last season of Playmore that we did. I can't remember one, at least. Maybe it happened and I forgot, but I feel like we went through the entire last season of Playmore and I didn't have a single big editing mess up. Big for NeoHere. All right, Jirachi, listen, you've taken this long. I don't want to go another 1700 encounters, so you could just like show up now if you wanted to, you know? If you would be so inclined, I'd love it if you just showed up right now. Just like, you know, popped in and said, oh, hey, I forgot I was supposed to be here. Hey, Neo. And then you like show up shiny, and then I smile, and then we both, you know, move on with our lives. I throw you in a box and forever, and you know, you accept that. Bam ba ba, bam ba ba, bam ba ba, ba da da da. Maybe the real shiny Jirachi was the friends you made along the way. Well, I have no friends, so oops. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Looks like I didn't make any friends, so it looks like I legitimately got nothing. I have nothing to show for it. I suck. Rip. Can you buy a Japanese copy of Pokemon on a Switch eShop? Not from a... Well, what do you mean? Like, you can... So because the Switch isn't region locked, you can make a... You can make a Japanese account and you'll have access to the Japanese eShop because it'll be a Japanese-based account. It's the same way I buy stuff off of the New Zealand. I buy games on a New Zealand account so I can play them on New Zealand time. But I don't know if, like, I don't think the game would be in Japanese unless you played it on the Japanese. But then again, you pick the language at the beginning anyways. I thought John was your friend? No, John hates me. John despises me. Every time I talk to him, he's like, ugh, Landon, let's get this conversation over with so I can not talk to you anymore. I'm like, okay, John, I'm sorry. Dude, I didn't mean it. Sorry, dude. It is what it is. Bum ba da ba da da da. The only real friend I have is Guy, but even he hates me at sometimes. Sometimes we're talking, he's like, Neo, Landon, please shut up. It's like, okay. This song is so good, on God, I know. It's the best song from Sword and Shield, I'll say it. You wouldn't think that dogs howling in the background of a song would be fire, but it really does pack some heat. It goes crazy. Like, this song is so good. I like Slumbering Wheel too. Yeah, but I mean, nothing compares to this for me. Hearing the dogs howl and it actually work, it's like, oh, dude. God, that's some heat. Do-do-do-do. Cooked, I know. You know another song they cooked with? I'm gonna play it after this, even though it's not my playlist. I need to have No Plug add this song, or I need to add it myself. Actually, should be it. It's this song here. This song is so sick. I've been listening to it off of the Nintendo Music app. God, this song is so good. Like, everyone loved the Area Zero theme so much, and they made like the final boss of Area Zero theme so good. Like, people thought the Area Zero theme was like weirdly, it had this like weird, scary, like mysterious kind of aesthetic with these people like chanting in the background, and they took that and made it the Terapagos theme and turned everything up to 11. And the best part of this song is this like transition in the middle where it has like this bum bum. It's not this, but it's later. There's like this great transition that's, oh, it's so good. I'm gonna use it in my Living Next video. I have to find some way to use it. Maybe Gen 9 and talking about Gen 9. Yeah, or I'll probably do it when I talk about my the trek I went on to find every shiny in the Indigo disc. Because that took me like a week and it was a lot of time. Hey, I am new here. Who are you hunting for? It says it in the title. And up there. And the thumbnail. I'll give you one guess. It's not yet. God, where's the transition? I want to hear it so bad. It's coming up soon, but it's so good. So when Kieran wakes him from his arc, maybe it is. I don't remember. I don't remember it in this. I don't remember in the context of the story because I kind of played through it and I didn't really care. But I do remember. I don't remember in the context of the story, but I definitely remember it in the song. Also, by the way, Tweeko has made it a long time. Tweeko is still alive and well. My goat. Do, 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 do. We're almost at 2 hours on this file, and Tweeko's still alive. I think it's after this. No, it's close. How close are we into it? Almost 3 minutes. Yeah, it has to be like, I think it's after this whole like stanza. I think it's this. It happens after this. Has to be Kieran's part. It probably is. It goes like bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 ba. It goes hard. That is Kieran. Okay, it's that part. That part's so good. It's very good. Yeah, I think it's after this. It's actually so good. It makes me sad because, like, God, I wish that part of the song carried into a more hype part of the song, because then it kind of just goes back to what was in the first verse. But man, I wish that carried through. I wish they kept that hype and carried it through. Because now the song's just like back to what it was before that. Oh, it could have been like, it could have been an S+ tier song if they kept that vibe throughout it. Excuse me. Goodness. But yeah, that part's so good. Thank you. So anyways, definitely one of the best songs of Scarlet and Violet. I will say though, Scarlet and Violet, the one thing I wanted from Scarlet and Violet was a banger OST, and we got it, dude. Sada and Turo battle, that song's great. I love Cascarafa. I love that song. The Tropicos theme is really good. Just the walking around song could be kind of fun to listen to. That plays. The Penny theme? I completely forgot about Penny theme. Penny theme is insane. So there's just so much. There's so many great songs. Anyways, absolutely beautiful song. Just some true, unadulterated heat. So, look forward to that song being used in my Living Next video eventually. We'll never miss a stream, so hello. Hi! Hi, J Pine. How are you? Good, pretty busy, so I'm gonna head out. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, homie. You gotta make sure you keep your stream streak going, you know? Classic. Keep it going, brother. I'll see you on Tuesday. Good luck on the hunt. Please don't find it today. No promises, but actually, yeah, I promise. I probably won't. Don't worry about it. I only got 30 minutes left anyways. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. Who cares? Actually, what are the chances that we already found it by now? What are the chances that we already found it by now? A 7281 chance, and we have done 5513. 53% chance that we already found it. Over half? Dude, what the heck? No, I'm sad. It's okay, I'm sure I'll find it eventually. Do 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 do. I don't think I'll be able to get to 55. That's what I'd love to do. How's your day been, Neo? It's great, dude. Garland's sleeping well. He's sleeping like 7 to 8 hours a night. Really nice. So I get some good sleep every night. So I've been able to stream this morning, which is great. I'm happy he's sleeping and doing well. I'm doing good. Happy that the Guinness submission is done and we're just waiting back on a response now. And I get to keep grinding away at this Dex. And playing some Valorant and enjoying that. I don't know. It's been good. I'm kind of looking forward to now that the Guinness submission is like fully finished and we just have to wait on the response, that I can actually start looking forward to planning the next event, which I haven't started doing yet, so I have no idea what it will be or what the dates will be, but like John and I should be meeting soon to talk about planning the next events and planning events throughout the year. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to finally getting back to that because I miss doing events. I was talking to Georgie about it. The one thing I wish I had done differently with Garland coming in, obviously he showed up like 4.5 weeks early, so I couldn't have expected that. But I wish I had finished up the stuff from the last event so that when I got back from work or when I got back into work, I could just go straight into, I wish I could go straight into, planning the next event, but I've had to spend like this last month and a half, 2 months getting all the stuff from the World Record event. Any news about the Unova event, or are we waiting for ZA? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing next. We haven't talked about it. We haven't made any concrete plans about what we're doing. 2 hours, by the way. Tweeko made it 2 hours on this file. Big. We haven't done it. We haven't done any planning yet. I have no idea what the plans are for now. Joe and I are going to discuss about what we want to do this year. So we're gonna discuss soon about what we want, what events we want to do, when we want to do them, and stuff like that. We haven't had that conversation yet, so I don't know what's next. I'm not sure. I mean, will we eventually do Gen 5? I'm sure. I just don't know when it's going to be. I'm sure eventually we'll get back to it. Oh, look, it's my favorite singer, NeoHere. Yep. Did she sing? No, she didn't sing that song. I'm just excited for more PM7 content. I mean, he's making content. Him and Tyler have been grinding. I haven't been a part of it because I've been busy. Did she sing this song? I can't remember. When did I add this song to my playlist? Did I even add this song to my playlist? No, that's Doja Cat. That's not Dua Lipa. I was thinking of Say So. Sub Neo Carter? That doesn't work. It'd have to be like Sabrinio. I think that's what it would have to be. So Brainio Carter actually goes hard. True. They don't work with Landon either. True. And they wouldn't work with Landon because I have a wife. Actually, isn't Chaperone lesbian? She's not even like... Oh, excuse me. Goodness. How is Charles VII doing? He's doing great, bro. He slept 7 hours last night. He's been consistently doing 7 to 8 hours. So I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy dad that he is sleeping well. Last night he went from 10 until 5:15. I think was the time. W sleep schedule. He's been doing great. He doesn't sleep well during the day. During the day, he takes like little cat naps and has a hard time. But he sleeps well at night. He's doing great. And he was yapping last night too. We watched Talladega Nights, and then I just talked to him, and then he was just yapping at me. He was just going, I was like, yeah, tell me about it, bro. We just yapping together. He's gonna be a yapper just like his dad, that's for sure. Bro is always moving his mouth and making noises. He's gonna be a yapper. As soon as he learns how to talk, he's never gonna shut up. Right now, we have peace, but until then. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go grab myself some water. Give me a second. Let me start this reset. I'm gonna go grab myself some water. I'm gonna start crying. Okay, that's better. You kind of looking at Napoleon Dynamite right now? Wouldn't be the first time I've heard it. Oh my goodness gracious. What is wrong with me? Neo choke. I know I'm dying, bro. I have the game-winning shot on the line and I'm choking. Quite literally. We need to update the Deoxys Jirachi. It's just my face underneath that little hood. Oh no, I'm turning into Jirachi, no! I don't know though. It hasn't really reached. It's because you're 8,000 pounds like Luca, yeah. I am known for being hella fat. I think Deoxys is, I don't think we can really do that with Jirachi yet, because I'm not turning into Jirachi yet. I'm not even over odds. Even though Jirachi, like, since I started the hunt has taken longer than Deoxys, I'm not even over odds yet. And the amount of time it took me to find Deoxys is way longer right now than I've spent on Jirachi. Shadow, did you... I heard a conspiracy theory about Luca being traded. I'm gonna talk quieter so I don't mess with my throat, because I am really like, my throat is killing me. I heard a conspiracy theory about Luca being traded, having to do with like gambling and stuff like that, and like lowering the cost for the Mavericks, raising the overall viewership numbers for the NBA. It was from an Atrioc video. It was really good. It was a really good video. I should just watching it because it was really interesting to hear like the conspiracy theory about why he was traded. Other than the fact that he's fat. The owners of the Mavs own a lot of casinos in Las Vegas, and they want to move the team there. So what? They're just trying to ruin the fan perception of the Mavericks and then move the team to LA, or sorry, Las Vegas. Yeah, but also, hold on. Wouldn't, okay, maybe I'm stupid. Actually, I don't think this is stupid. Wouldn't the NBA just want to open up a new slot in Las Vegas rather than getting rid of Dallas, which is one of the fastest growing metroplexes, if not the fastest growing metroplex in the country? Not having a team in Dallas seems just as stupid as not having a team in Las Vegas. Like, why not just do both? I understand the owners want to move their team to Las Vegas, and that's fine, but completely getting rid of the slot in Dallas would be pretty bad for them. There's not enough talent to maintain more teams. It's Cowboys country. That is true. But it's not just Cowboys country though. Like, there's a lot of people invested in the Maverick sports here. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm whispering. I'm trying not to talk too loud because my throat is, I don't want to keep coughing. It just seems like silly not to have a basketball team associated with the largest growing metroplex in the country. I understand that like we already have 3 teams in San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas, so maybe we don't need Dallas, but it's like, I mean, there's got to be another team within the Western Conference that could be switched out. Like, that seems like a horrible, like, of all the teams you could switch out, why would you do that? Do Houston. Like, I feel like the Houston Rockets would be a way better switch than the frickin' Dallas Mavericks. Billionaires are just greedy, to be honest. Oh, I know that. I know that they're greedy. I understand that. I understand billionaires are greedy and want more money. It just, I think from an NBA standard, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Like for the billionaires, it makes a lot of sense. Move your team to Las Vegas, make a lot more money. That makes way more sense to me than having it in Dallas for the billionaire side. But for the NBA side, it seems to like, you would just, if you could, you would just do both. You would have the Mavericks and Las Vegas. You'd have Dallas and Las Vegas have teams and switch some other team from the Western Conference. The NBA doesn't want them to move? Oh. Interesting. But if the ratings are garbage? Yeah, but the Mavericks ratings weren't garbage though. With Luka, the Mavericks ratings were not garbage. It was it's other teams that are having problems. I mean, what teams are in the Western Conference? Western Conference NBA. So you don't want to move a team That's Eastern. You don't want to move a team that's the only team in the state. You know? Now they will be? That's true. Now they will be. So like you don't want to do Portland. You probably don't want to do the Pelicans. You don't want to do Utah. You don't want to do Memphis. Yeah, I mean, I guess in a sense it would either have to be the Rockets or the San Antonio Spurs. It would have to be one of those two because Texas has 3 teams and Texas doesn't need 3 teams. So I guess to that extent, yeah, that's what you would want. Well, sucks. As someone who lives in the DFW area, it sucks to not have the Mavericks anymore. I love going to their games. I go like once a season, buy some nosebleed tickets. George and I would sit and watch, but now it's like, why would I watch? We've lost all of our players. We've injured all. We literally traded our best player away for another player who immediately got injured. Now we have no one. We have Max Christie, and that's it. Unfortunate. See, it works. Well, it does work, I guess. They got me. They got me. Well, but it's so obvious though that they're like, it's so obvious that they are trying to tank their own franchise. They got rid of their best player, all of their players got injured, and then they raised season ticket prices by 8%. It's like, yeah, dude, you guys are, I understand you guys are billionaires, strong businessmen too, I see. Are you kidding me? That's crazy, dude. That's bizarre. They're definitely doing a good job, dude. They're definitely doing a good job. Made their money off gambling. I know, dude. Yeah, I'm a billionaire because I take advantage of other people's horrible mental obsessions. Yeah, it's a good living, you know? Dude, okay, so that reminds me, right? That reminds me. So, how sports gambling has pervaded our community. I know. I love sports gambling. Oh, it's for LOL Worlds. So when I used to work at my old school, the school I worked at was my first full-time job. And it was a college. And there was a guy that worked there. He was my boss at the time when he hired me, and then he ended up leaving. But he ended up leaving because he wanted to go do some business venture, and he never really explained what the business venture was. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this, and you know, it's like I think this will be better for me and my family. And we were like, okay, well, it was nice working with you. We'll see you later, right? He comes back about 2 years later, and he's talking to me and a new guy that had just been hired. The new guy had been hired, by the way, in his old position. So he had his old position. And he was talking to him, and he was like, hey guys, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you guys should work here. Like, you don't get paid enough. You do too much work. The business I started up has been doing really well. I sell medicinal marijuana, and I grow it in Oklahoma. And we were looking for new people. And I was like, what? Like, what? I'm sorry. Did you just come back to your old place of work to try to encourage me to come sell weed with you? What? Like, what would I even do? What do you want me to do? Does it look like I'm the kind of person who wants to sell weed? Actually, maybe that does say more about me than I thought, but I was like, what? Why are you asking me to leave my job to come work with you in Oklahoma? Selling weed. I mean, the profit margins? No, I mean, the dude makes bank. Yes, 100%. All right, fair enough. I guess that says more about me than I thought. RIP. Most weed dealers are white dudes with goatees. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't sell weed. I don't. I promise I don't. Guys, I would never. Me? No. I wouldn't do it. Neowana, yeah. It's a new strand. It's a new kind. Known for its slimming powers. It can really slim you up. Oh my goodness. My throat is killing me. Alright, I think I'm gonna get to 55-35 and then call it. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I gotta get ready to leave. I gotta leave at in 40 minutes. And we gotta pack up Garland and take him to a birthday party. His first birthday party. Even though it's not his. He's just going to watch a baby eat cake. But it'll be a good time. Let's do 5 more encounters and then we'll call it. Again, my streams should be more consistent now. I think we're going to get back to the Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I think that's still the plan. We're going to get back to that. I know I've been super inconsistent since I came back. Obviously, that's kind of to be expected with me having a kid and everything. But I'm going to try to get back to that consistency. So hopefully we can finish this decks out. Had one last weekend. It was at Legoland. I don't know what bro did there. I don't know either. But that's sick. You know that's definitely more for the... Was it his first birthday? Was it a first birthday party? It was my cousin's kid's 4th birthday. Okay, 4th birthday's fine. That's fine. They can play with Legos when they're 4th. He was just invited? Oh, okay. He's only 2 weeks younger than Garland. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what bro did. That's definitely more for the parents though, right? You go there, you play with some Legos, call it a day. To be fair, Legolands are kind of chill. There's one in the Grapevine Mills Mall that's in my Metroplex. I've been there a couple of times. It's pretty chill. Legolands are kind of chill, dude. Legos, honestly, I can see why they've lasted so long. They're kind of dope. Literally, kids' creativity is like real life Minecraft. They love that stuff. Adults, they're like, hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna build a car out of Legos. I'm gonna buy a $200 Lego set so I can build it. That's sicko mode. They love that stuff, bro. You can't go wrong with some Legos. You really can't. I'm shocked there's no Pokemon Lego. Yeah, dude. What is it? There's like Mega Blocks. I guess they've never been able to come to an agreement. Because there is like official Pokemon licensed like Lego knockoffs, but they've never done it with Lego. Which, to be fair, Lego's done a lot with a lot of different IPs now. In fact, they've been doing more recently, right? Because didn't they do One Piece recently? Or they're doing One Piece? Lego's been doing more and more IP collaborations. One Piece Neo Whale. Yeah, to be fair, doing those collaborations is definitely just to get to the adults buying Lego again. It's 100% just for the adults. They're like, guys, we have an entire market of 20-something men who want to build Legos, but all they do is sit around and watch anime all day. How do we get them to do that? How about One Piece Lego? Mr. Lego. That's a great idea, son. Star Wars is probably all adults too. I think Star Wars could have some kids in it. Especially for Star Wars, for parents who love Star Wars and show it to their kids. I think there's some Star Wars in there. I think there's some kids in there for Star Wars. Clauncher Lego when? Yeah, dude. I want to build my giant Clawitzer Lego. When can I build my Mega Shedinjo Lego? Those are like $300 though? Yeah, for the rich parents, bro. I mean, listen, I think they're for kids and adults. I think adults buy them to build them and then their kids watch. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But I mean, yes, Legos for adults have existed for a long time. I think that started like back in the 90s when they realized they're like, okay, we have a generation of kids who have grown up with Legos, and now we need to make Legos that adults can play with too. And they've been doing that for a while. All right, last encounter, gamers. Let's get her done. Let's do the last encounter. Rip Bionicle. I know, dude. There's some serious lore in Bionicle too, bro. That Bionicle lore was crazy. But yeah, we should be back to hopefully 3-hour streams, 4 days a week. We should be back to those. I know I've been super inconsistent, and again, I apologize. I wanted to come back and be super consistent, but it's just been a crazy time with me making sure that I got the Guinness World Record stuff done, and obviously I have a baby, but I'm going to try to be a lot more consistent. 3-hour streams, 4 days a week if I can. Hopefully we can finish this Dex. Because I'm going to end up taking a break eventually when I finish the Dex, so that all the time that I would be spending streaming, I'm going to be working on the Living Dex video. Because I'd like to finish it in 2 months or less. I should probably start scripting that soon, honestly. But anyways, I'm going to get to working on that. But we got to finish this hunt of Jirachi and Manaphy first. And until then, we're not really getting anywhere, are we? We're not going to be thinking about making a Living Dex video until we get those done. And Jirachi is, I don't know. I don't know when Jirachi's going to be done. I'd like to say I have an idea, but I don't. Because this thing is, it's a long one. I did 110 encounters today in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Kind of rough, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. Anyways, gamers, I'm out for the day. I got to go to a birthday party and spend some time with church friends and stuff. But again, I will be back on Tuesday, and we're going to get back to consistent streams and hopefully find some of the shinies that I'm missing. Only 6 left, so we're getting pretty close. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on Tuesday for more Jirachi hunting, where I will definitely find it. Just kidding, we all know that's not true. Bye!